Yo, 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 yo. It's your boy Domuto back with another video. Yes, sir. SethTheProgrammer gonna tell us how strong Black Frieza is. Look, I read the manga. Y'all read the manga. I'm still stuck on like 10 years and another hyperbolic time chamber, not the one on Earth. And this nigga Frieza, you see how he just one tap him? Like that? 10 years? I guess. The next chapter gotta be about Frieza, man. They gotta beat him once and for all. Alright, let's get into it, man. You gotta watch it, you know.
Always been a series full of some of the coldest villains I've ever seen in fiction. Kid Buu killing everyone on Earth and then chasing them to the afterlife just to do it again. Super Buu raising one hand and killing all of humanity in one attack because Piccolo told him to waste some time on killing humans to buy Gotenks moments to prepare. Raditz coming to Earth to try and recruit his brother to his gang and willing to kill him and everyone he loves if he doesn't. Moro killing every Namekian warrior, fusing together without even ever seeing what he looked like. Broly walking through the main character's strongest attack, or how Goku Black laughed about murdering Goku's whole family just to get the hands from him. Frieza is no exception, with him killing Vegeta while he gave a sad speech about how Frieza killed their whole race and then pretty much just laughed about it. Coming back from losing to Goku as Mech.
Hey, all those moments were great, man. All those moments were great.
Frieza to immediately throw hands again, only to come back from hell and train with the sole purpose of slapping around Goku again. Then, when he did die again, he just sat in hell, literally imagining killing Goku from the grave so much, it actually made him stronger.
Yeah.
It's safe to say that most Dragon Ball villains make even psychos like Naruto's Zabuza, One Piece's Doflamingo, or even Bleach's Aizen look pretty sane.
Bleach right now.
But what Frieza did in this last chapter of Super is honestly a different tier altogether. Frieza came into Granola and Gas's arc, one-shot every single person in it, murdered all the main villains.
Why he pulled up like that, though? Why he pulled up like he was top G? Like, why say Andrew Tate? Fuck. Why he pulled up and just ran through everybody that Goku and Vegeta was struggling with, bro? I love it.
In one attack, one-shot Goku and Vegeta that just spent a whole arc getting powers that surpass what made every god of destruction and lords of their universes stand up in admiration, then laughed at them about it, then took two of the main villains' henchmen as his personal butlers, and then left after making someone else's arc his. This is the equivalent of Aizen coming back in Bleach, and instead of helping Ichigo defeat Yuha, he just one-shot him, then one-shot Ichigo, and then just got back into his chair. Black Frieza embodies a whole different level of hatred and pettiness that many characters can only ever dream of having. So in this video, I wanted to go over the Emperor of Hate himself, Black Frieza, and just how strong he got from training for 10 years straight to whoop Goku's ass. So obviously, this video is going to mainly be sort of more of a hypothesis rather than a factual one. But you guys usually like these types, so I thought I'd have fun with it. We will learn Frieza's true limits and place on the pecking order more in the future, blah blah blah. But for now, it's safe to say we probably won't know for a...
Here's my thing about this. How strong is Beerus? Like, we gotta see how strong is Beerus, because there's a point to where... When is Goku and Vegeta gonna surpass Beerus? Like, they can't be that far away from him since they mastering angel level, god level forms. You know what I'm saying?
For a very long time, so let's go over it just for the fun of it. For those that used to scale Dragon Ball back in the day, you heard that right. The current Frieza straight up jumped in a hyperbolic time chamber on some betrayed and trapped in a time chamber type video energy, and basically got a GT time skip of just straight hardcore training as Frieza. Frieza is the guy who went from being weaker than Super Saiyan 1 Goku on Namek to being stronger than Goku with 17 years of training, Super Saiyan 2, 3, Super Saiyan God that almost blasted apart reality, then that Super Saiyan God form stacking Super Saiyan literally on top of it after training with a God of Destruction and an angel. in just 4 months. Yeah, and now he just dropped 10 years. You can kind of see how this is going to get a little crazy. Even before this 10-year training, we sort of have to account for Frieza's further increases from Revival of F that didn't involve this. Examples being Frieza after dying and imagining beating Goku in the afterlife with image training actually is his equal as a Super Saiyan Blue, even though Goku had just gone through all of the Universe 6 arc and Goku Black arc and years of training in his own time chamber before Universe 6, where he obviously got many power-ups. The most notable increase Goku got from those arcs that is pretty objective is that Goku went from fighting and arguably losing the hit with Blue Kaioken times 10 to actually trying with a stronger and more haxed able to kill hit in just base Blue, showing that he got over 10 times stronger from the Goku Black arc alone. This is of course ignoring the potential fusion level increase he got from breaking his limits versus Fuse Zamasu. I went over this argument in my How Strong is Goku video, but basically Goku, after getting beat around a little, is able to seriously damage a fusion amped Goku Black Zamasu fusion in pretty short succession. Many people have different excuses or reasonings for this, but if you accept this, then Frieza pretty much got a fusion level increase of his own by the time he's revived for the Tournament of Power. But at the bare minimum, he is at least over 10 times stronger than Revival of F, just by image training and not being able to move. That alone should also speak to his potential that many people don't really seem to notice or account for. However, this potential is actually potentially further shown in the Tournament of Power, where he probably gets even more powerful. During the Tournament of Power, Frieza is considered either second to Goku or around Goku's level, who by this point can use Kaioken times 20. Some argue about whether the guide that actually compares them is just referring to Blue Goku rather than Kaioken, but you get the idea. By the end of the Tournament of Power, Goku and Vegeta surpass Kefla in their second battle with Jiren, fighting a power stronger than they've ever felt before, as stated by Vegeta Blue when he first faces Jiren actually. Stronger than probably even Fuse Zamasu, Blue Vegito potentially, and Ultra Instinct Omen's second release. Then Vegeta, after thinking he took down or hurt a fighter on this level with his final flash, then gains Blue Evolution, which is sort of like his version of Kaioken times 20, and fights God of Destruction powered Toppo. Frieza too takes blows from Toppo, albeit he can't kill him, and Frieza eventually even fights alongside Android 17 and Goku against a fatigued Jiren and win the Tournament of Power. If you think Android 17 doesn't get weaker no matter what due to infinite stamina or blah blah blah, he was able to take blows meant for Kaioken times 20 Goku and Evolution Vegeta. It could easily imply Frieza got to at least near this level as well, or perhaps even surpassed it by the end of the Tournament of Power. This is of course being charitable, and if this is true, Frieza easily grows hundreds to thousands of times stronger than he already was in just 48 minutes of harsh and limit-breaking fights. This may seem like a highball at first, but this is actually somewhat supported with the next installment of the anime, the Dragon Ball Super Broly, and in this movie, Goku and Vegeta basically get manhandled by Super Saiyan Broly in a 2v1, and even combining their attacks can't do anything to him. In fact, they are so gapped in power, they don't even bother going Kaioken times 20 or Evolution respectively, and just run away to Fuse. And even then, they are so tired, they basically just both pass out by biting Broly briefly. It sort of implies they can't just go full power, both combine an attack, and then one-shot Broly or something. Implying Broly is probably in a caliber or a tier of over 40 times stronger than Goku and Vegeta in their blue states, which is actually proven soon as well in that movie. The reason this is important is, of course, Broly fights Frieza when Goku and Vegeta run away, and they attempt to fuse and actually fail at fusing twice. Since each failure would last 30 minutes, that means Frieza fought this possibly over 40 times post-Tournament of Power Blue Goku for an hour straight. Yeah, he sat there and got beat up by a guy that scared Goku and Vegeta at the same time longer than the entire Tournament of Power and then some. This is why I don't find it hard to believe Frieza got stronger during the Tournament of Power. Not only this, but Frieza and Broly probably also grew stronger in that hour they fought each other until Gogeta finally arrives and then takes out Broly for good. Frieza sees Gogeta Blue and this...
Dang, I ain't never thought about that. That nigga was fighting that nigga for over an hour. Oh, shit. Hey, he stayed alive, so, hey, that nigga Frieza a nigga. Frieza that nigga.
Full power Broly and decides he is no match for Gogeta and just decides to leave respectively. This then leads us to Frieza's training arc while Goku deals with the Moro arc and Granola arcs respectively. During the Moro arc, Goku gets a hang of Mastered Ultra Instinct by training with an apprentice angel named Demiris, and gets the hang of an even further powered up form called the True Ultra Instinct against Gas, who is wished to be the strongest in the universe, making him stronger than Goku was before this, Ultra Ego Vegeta, Granola, who was also wished to be the strongest in the universe a while before, Broly, and etc. Frieza then comes in and one-shots True Ultra Instinct Goku, which could bully Broly and even Ultra Instinct Goku from before, Ultra Ego Vegeta, and one-shots Gas and turns him into a skeleton on some Dr. Doom versus Thanos shit. Mocks Goku by de-transforming to remind him of Namek, and then just leaves after saying he trained for 10 years straight. So, what does 10 years actually mean? Can we make a calculation or implication of Frieza's maximum power? Somewhat. There's 3 ways to go about this.
Right.
You can say, 1, say that it is sort of a multiplicative thing, taking Frieza and Revival of Frieza and dividing it by Namek Frieza's power. Or 2, a linear additional thing, and you'd simply add a Golden Frieza worth of power every 4 months, or 3, make a lore narrative implication. The multiplication way is pretty absurd, going from busting up some big stars to busting up dozens of macrocosms over with punches. The number would be utterly insane every 4 months, and would put Frieza in something Goku and Vegeta probably wouldn't even dream of hitting even if they fused. At that point, I'd be surprised if even Whis would swap hands with Frieza given those types of numbers. But when Resurrection F first came out and was on websites, it actually stated Frieza got infinitely more powerful than he was on Namek in just a short amount of time as well, so maybe it's not actually that crazy.
10 years. You think 10 years of training for him, he'll be unbeatable, right? But, to be honest, he should be stronger than Beerus with that type of training. What the fuck?
So if you think that applies to Black Frieza, then this Frieza is some kind of multiversal god entity that probably is going to be fighting Zeno pretty soon. But I doubt that, and I don't think that's the implication. The addition way of Frieza becoming a Golden Frieza stronger every 4 months, this method also doesn't work. As we went over earlier, Frieza got over 10 times stronger from image training in the afterlife, and this image training was arguably less than a year long in the actual manga and anime's timeline. And with the addition theory, Frieza would only at most get 3 times stronger, yet he got over 10 times and beyond and even mastered his gold form. The final one is probably the most safe, and that is the narrative one. The narrative one is how strong do you think Frieza would have to be for him to confidently come out, beat up Goku and Vegeta, and let them walk free another day? How strong would Frieza actually have to be to not even care if they survived and kept training? And how strong would he have to be to keep his insecure little personality that carefree? Frieza in his 10 years states he is training pretty much so that he won't lose to the Saiyans ever again. Not only that, but he is pretty keen to Goku's growth and even notes him as a self-improvement type before seeing any of his development, even before Super begins, even before he meets him in Super, and actually accurately gauged how long it'd take for him to be stronger than him given the time frame. Despite Goku getting crazy god power-ups nobody reading this series ever would have imagined. Frieza called it pretty accurately. Here, he does it again, more than likely. Stronger than any Saiyan, by the way, means he is accounting for Broly, Gohan, Vegeta, Kefla, Goku, and potentially even Gogeta. Him being stronger than Broly is a given. Even Goku and Vegeta are the strongest and second strongest in the universe before any wishes are made in the Granola arc and all the promotional material for that arc. And question who could be stronger than them to Whis and Beerus despite Broly obviously existing and being mentioned before. Broly isn't really the interesting part of this equation. Kefla is somewhat interesting, giving her insane potential that Frieza would have definitely analyzed, but probably not a huge factor. And Goku and Vegeta, even with their Ultra Instinct forms that Frieza predicted they'd master eventually, gets one-shotted. Gohan is a bit more interesting, as if Frieza can read Gohan like he can all the other Saiyans as accurately as he does, he may have actually prepared himself for an eventuality like Beast Gohan as well. But that is far more up in the air. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if Frieza noted Gohan's potential, however, and as a child, when he was seeing all his explosive potential numerous times during the top.
Frieza know who to respect, you know what I'm saying? Frieza know that boy Gohan could just pull up on him. Probably not now. That 10 years of training is crazy. I don't think Beast Gohan can't touch that Frieza. Nah, not with 10 years of training, Beast Gohan.
You would have seen it as well. However, the most interesting one is obviously Gogeta and Frieza training to fight a Goku and Vegeta fusion rather than them individually, which is why he went so overkill on his training.
Yeah.
Frieza, of course, wants to be the strongest in the universe, and while he sees Goku and Vegeta as probably fun rivals to fight with, which was even implied during Namek, let alone by the end of Super, where he is just wishing to be taller and stuff. But for him to spare them in that moment is either A, a huge character change, or B, extreme confidence. If he wants to be the strongest in the universe, he has to know that Goku and Vegeta's trump card is, in fact, Gogeta, and that fusion he watched and experienced firsthand. Not only this, but he seems to have gauged that Goku and Vegeta would probably master their instinct powers by this point, at least Goku being able to use the white form.
Nothing about Vegeta.
Meaning this dude, Frieza, may have been training for a potential Ultra Instinct Gogeta. Yeah, let that kind of sink in. Considering what he did in 4 months of real training and less than a year of sitting a cocoon, just thinking 10 years straight does seem like overkill just to beat Goku and Vegeta, doesn't it? Especially for someone as impatient, egotistical as Frieza, dedicating himself for that long of time. Even if Frieza was preparing for a blue Gogeta, which I'm going to be...
Well, you can say about Vegeta, what the nigga name? Frieza's character. It's just, what, 3rd time being revived? What, the Frieza arc? Well, the Frieza arc, he got built to be a robot. The 2nd time to turn him into, the Frieza, the golden Frieza, 1st time seeing that. Then the 3rd time. Yeah, 3 times, right? So, you kind of think that Frieza's like, fuck it, I'm just going to focus, train for 10 years. So I can just dominate these monkeys. You know what I'm saying? He can dominate these monkeys. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Frieza been in his Duffy.
To be honest, I really think it would be an instinct one. But still, Blue Gogeta is considered an equal trump card to Vegito Blue, and while Vegito Blue, made of the same Goku and Vegeta, is probably stronger or slightly stronger than Gogeta Blue, Vegito Blue in the manga is as strong as Beerus even during the Goku Black arc, let alone a post-Tournament of Power Gogeta Blue, or post-Moro Ultra Instinct Gogeta. If this is the case, Frieza may have not only been training to face Gogeta, but perhaps as well, even Beerus, who actually directly threatened to destroy him if he trains and becomes so strong he tries to kill Goku and Gang again. All in all, I personally think Frieza is going to be a next-level fusion-level combatant, in my personal opinion, at the minimum, and I think everything really points to it. It'd be really disappointing if Goku and Vegeta can simply surpass him again with a little training arc, and that was that.
No.
But hey, maybe I'm being too hopeful. As a last point, some people try saying Frieza actually spared Goku and Vegeta because he couldn't win a fight against them at that moment. I'm not joking, but not only did Frieza one-shot a guy already stronger than both of them, who actually went Berserker amped on top of being stronger than them before that amp, but he then one-shot Goku and Vegeta out of their forms into base while sparing them, to the point that they were on the ground and couldn't even move. All Frieza would have to do is just sort of death beam them or
they couldn't get that strong.
Blink at them, and then they would just die. And even if Granola tried to step in, he would just get one shot as well. So I don't really know what this argument is. But even then, I would say Frieza, rather than thinking he'd lose, simply spared them because he sees them as entertainment, which was implied during Namek.
Right.
Or spared them out of extreme confidence to show his new power was really a different level. Or, at the absolute bare minimum, if you think he was scared of something, it would be because he was scared of the threat of Beerus trying to get maybe revenge or eradicating him if he took out Goku and Vegeta. Other than that, that's how strong we can hypothesize Black Frieza is at the moment. I tried to go over every little detail, but what do you guys think? Remember, it is Frieza.
Man, look. Was Frieza pulled up on some big dick shit. He wanted to first beat up them niggas that called for him, right? And then he wanted to show Goku and Vegeta, hey, I'm pulling out 10 inches right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Put your little fives up. I don't know why am I explaining this to y'all like this, but this is that's in the video, man.
We're talking about, and 10 years of training on top of that, but otherwise, until next time.
Alright, that's the end of the video. Alright. Appreciate SethTheProgrammer, man. Yeah. Don't forget the last minute of the video. If you like my reaction, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.